Damn, man, why does Johnny Walker have such a devious smile on this poster? Welp, it is 6 a.m. right now where I live, and I just decided, you know what, why not do a picks video? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will be starting off with the main event, and I will be ending off with the prelims, because to be honest, I CBA with the prelims, but I'm gonna have to predict them anyway, so it is what it is. Anyways, first we have Johnny Walker versus Zhang Min Yang. I'm not gonna go with Johnny Walker, the Mr. Worm himself. Johnny Walker, maybe a few years ago I could say he was always dangerous, but now since he's been with Kavanaugh, yeah, maybe he's improved technically a little bit, but dude, this guy has literally gotten rid of everything that made him remotely dangerous or, like, good. My guy just tries too hard to be technical now. Like, okay, cool, you fucking leg kicked Anthony Smith for 3 rounds. And to be fair, he did cook Paul Craig, and who else did he beat after that? Yeah, I think he had like a 3-fight winning streak. I forgot who else he beat. Fuck. Obviously, he had that little 2-fight stint with Ankalaev, and now he's been cooked again by Volkan Ozdemir. Badly too, devastating. And he just tries too hard to be technical. And to me, it just looks like my guy gasses out a little bit after the first round. Not like Michel Pereira levels of gassing, because that fucker gasses out when he enters the fucking octagon, because apparently it's so draining to walk out. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm sorry, I'm just kind of pissed, you know. I'm just a little bit pissed that, you know, I picked Michel Pereira against Debus, and Michel Pereira proceeded to do fucking nothing for 3 rounds. Anyways, I'm going Zhang Yang KOing Johnny Walker in the first round. I think he fucking does what JDM's corner has told him before, and, you know, he's just gonna ping him, alright? He's just gonna ping the fucking Brazilian, and he's gonna KO him eventually. Anyways, yeah, it is worrying picking Johnny Walker fights, because with Johnny Walker, he's very dangerous, even though he's kind of slowed down with his unorthodoxness. That's not a fucking word. Obviously, Johnny Walker could catch anybody. He could fluke it. To be honest, if Johnny Walker wins by KO, it's gonna be like a flying knee fluke. I think everybody's gonna be going with first round or second round Johnny Walker KO. Or Johnny Walker just blitzes forward and sleeps Zhang Min Yang. Who the fuck knows? But realistically, Zhang Min Yang KOing Johnny Walker in the first round should happen 95% of the time. But there's always a little risk, okay? It is light heavyweight. Anything could happen. I mean, fucking... Guys, Juliana Pena became a 2-time bantamweight champion. How the fuck do we let this happen? Anyways, yeah, I'm going Zhang Min Yang, destroying. Next, we have Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling. I'm going to go with Aljamain Sterling on this one. Brian Ortega, even though he is very decent, what can Brian Ortega do that Aljamain can't arguably do better? Grappling. I think Aljamain Sterling has submitted better grappling. He submitted Corey Sandhagen. That is very impressive. Who was the last guy Ortega submitted that isn't Yair Rodriguez? Who was it? It was fucking Cub Swanson in 2017 or something, like almost 8 years ago. Because like, how impressive is submitting Yair Rodriguez really as a grappler? It's not super impressive. That's like submitting fucking Justin Taffa. Okay, no, maybe not that bad, but like, bro, Yair has always had that massive hole in his game. Brian Ortega submitting Yair Rodriguez does not prove to me that he's going to be dangerous enough on the ground. I don't think Aljamain Sterling is going to care about Brian Ortega's grappling. I think he's still going to attempt to grapple. And, you know, Diego Lopez didn't really give a fuck about grappling with Ortega. He didn't really care. He wasn't super worried about it. I don't think Aljamain Sterling, former bantamweight champion, is going to worry about Brian Ortega's grappling all that much. Also, this fucker has a fucking dad bod, alright? And I know Ortega is a dad, but like, still, what the fuck, man? This man is literally built like a fucking bag of powdered, it's not even normal milk. He's built like powdered milk. How are you built like powdered fucking milk? The only thing that I'm really worried about this fight is maybe, I'm not even worried about anything. Maybe it'll be even on striking, but I think grappling Aljamain Sterling will be able to get dominant position, and I think he'll win a 3-rounder. Next, we have Sergey Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Are we really okay? Are we really at that point in 2025 where we're gonna fucking have Waldo Cortez Acosta as a contender? No way, bro. No way. I can't take it. I can't take Waldo Cortez Acosta and the top three of the heavyweight division. If we're at that point, bro, heavyweight's beyond. So anyway, I'm gonna talk about Sergey. Sergey's last fight against Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I actually underrated Sergey's speed massively against Rosen. I actually thought he was gonna look way slower against Rosen. That's why I picked Rosen. I picked Rosen against Sergey because I thought he was gonna be faster, and I thought he was gonna be able to catch Sergey, who was on like a 2 to 3 fight losing streak at that point in time. And also Sergey apparently has a very big reach advantage. I'm gonna go with Sergey Pavlovich because even though Waldo Cortez is, I think, a little bit faster, I thought the same thing with Rozenstruik, and he got outsped by Sergey. So I do think Sergey, now coming off of momentum, I think he will land the more damaging strikes. Because I'm gonna be honest, against fucking Sergey Spivak, this dude did not do any damage, and my guy almost lost to Sergey Spivak. Should have lost. Didn't land any damage. His chin was up in the air. Literally, how is this man in the top 6? Aspinall would knock out this fucking guy in the first 30 seconds. I don't understand. Please, Sergey, sleep this fucking guy and don't let him be in the top 3. And you know what? If Waldo somehow wins, then okay, cool. We have new blood in the heavyweight division. You know what? Actually, I'll take back what I just fucking said. Because we've seen fighters who look shit. Who look so shit, and we think, oh, nah, bro, they'll never beat this guy. They'll never beat this guy. They'll never beat this guy. And then guess what? They end up fucking beating that guy. So I'm not going to count out Waldo entirely. Yes, I'm fencing a little bit, but I have to, bro. I have literally been taught through years of watching DDP rise up the rankings, Rainer de Ritter, all these other guys that look shit. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? It doesn't matter. They can still win. So I'm still gonna go with Sergey, but unfortunately Waldo might be able to win. Next we have Sumandarji versus Kevin Borjas. I'm gonna go with Kevin Borjas, man. I think in terms of danger and in terms of like just striking in general, I think Kevin Borjas is slightly better from what I've seen. I know Kevin Borjas is like 1-2 in the UFC, but one of those losses are to Van, okay? How bad is losing to Van, really? Van has only ever lost to one guy in the UFC, and that's to Charles Johnson, who's actually fighting, I think, on this card too. A few fights down, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin Borjas on this one. I just think his performance against Ronaldo Rodriguez was so good. Like, look, I know Ronaldo Rodriguez wasn't considered to be the most technical, like, craziest prospect, but he had a lot of hype behind him. Let's not act like almost all of us was picking Ronaldo Rodriguez against Kevin Borjas because, like, yes, he got hurt badly against Ode, but to be fair, like, look at Ode against Steve Ercik short notice. He almost fucking won that fight. Ercik literally had to resort to grappling to even really compete with Ode on the feet at times. Ode is decent on the feet, and Ronaldo showed heart. He showed that he could recover. He showed that he can come back, and he even submitted Ode Osborne, which is something, again, Ercik couldn't do with Ode Osborne on short fucking notice. Obviously, yeah, there's some other, like, asterisks, like, oh, you know, up a weight class. Ode doesn't really have to cut weight. But it's still Ode Osborne on short notice, who was not really training full-blown for a fight, so, yeah, anyways, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I'm gonna go with Kevin Borjas on this one. Next, we have Tailaki Nuarji. Tailaki Nuarji versus Kiefer Crosby. I'm sorry, man. I can't pick Kiefer Crosby. He's just too unreliable for me. I'm gonna go with Nuarji. Next, we have Mahashate versus Gage Young. To be honest, I'm fucking lost with this one. I don't know who to pick. I guess I'm gonna go with Gage Young, who is 0-1 in the UFC, lost to a decision to Evan Elder. Mahashate, though, has had mixed results in the UFC. I think he's like 1-3, 2-2 or something. I don't know. He's really like 50-50 in his UFC career, but I think I'm gonna go with Cage Young. But both of them are very young. Mashallah is like 25, Cage Young's 24, so each of them are gonna be improving at a rapidly alarming rate. Next we have Loner Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson. I will be going Loner Kavanaugh, but I am very, very worried because Charles Johnson is incredible. He is so good. Even though he's like 4-5 in the year, he's like 4-4 in the UFC, I think. He went on a 4-fight winning streak and he looked immaculate, and he had a lot of decent wins, and one of those wins were against Van, and beating Van is fucking impressive. And let's not act like Van was dominating the fight. He wasn't dominating. It was arguably 1-1 going into the third, and Charles Johnson, was doing decent. So the fight, even just having a razor close fight with Van is insane, but knocking him out with a clean uppercut, well read, beautiful. I mean, it was just perfect. It was a beautiful uppercut, very, very beautiful uppercut. And yeah, he's a very, very good striker, Charles Johnson. Like, they're just feeding Kavanaugh insane fucking guys. God damn, UFC, can you give this guy some easy fights? Jesus. Like, they are giving this guy killer after killer, man. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go Loner Kavanaugh. This very, very razor close decision. This is gonna be fight of the night. It's gonna be a very good fight. I already know it's gonna be a very good fight. So I will be going with Loner Kavanaugh winning this decision. Next, we have Rong Ju versus Austin Hubbard. I'm gonna go with Rong Ju. Rong Ju looked very, very good in his last fight. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rong Ju decision. I think he's gonna slightly outclass Austin Hubbard, who is decent, but I think Rong Ju technically is very good. And also, Rong Ju is very experienced. He is only 25 years old, and he's like 25-5 or something. And I know Rong Ju has lost. He had a very bad cut against I forgot his fucking name. Padilla or something Padilla. I forgot his first name, my bad. I am going full flukus on this one by forgetting everybody's names. I'm sorry. With Rong Ju winning the first 2 rounds and maybe losing the third. Next, we have Michel Pereira versus Kyle Dawkins. Now this, I think he was supposed to fight Marco Tulio, which would have been very interesting. I would have enjoyed seeing that, but now we have this fucking Kyle Dawkins guy here. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm being so mean to Kyle Dawkins, but dude, like, what the fuck, man? I'm not. You know what's so sad? I actually could see Kyle Dawkins winning this, because if you've watched Michel Pereira's last fucking fight, Michel Pereira looked so shit. Keep in mind, this guy 2 fights ago was a fight night main event. And now he's in like the very, very bottom prelims of a fucking fight night. But I'm telling you, if you watch back the Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov fight, it will make you question how the fuck Michel Pereira got ranked in the top 14. It's just like, how are these guys ranked opposition top 15 in the world? Have both been main events, and they're looking like this. And bro, Michel Pereira looked so bad. It looked like my guy gassed out walking out to the octagon. Because sometimes, like, when against Anthony Hernandez, Michel Pereira had like 2 minutes of cardio, and then he decided to like be patient. But really, that being patient was him actually gassed out. He did this weird thing called gassing out immediately. My guy had an immediate adrenaline dump, literally worse than Shamil Gaziev. Michel Pereira had no moments of looking quick, looking good, and just looked so much slower than I've seen him before. And Michel Pereira should realistically KO this fucker in the first round if he doesn't gas out walking out to the octagon. So whatever, I'm gonna go with Michel Pereira, but I don't want to. Next we have Zhao Long versus Su Young Yu. I'm gonna go with Su Young Yu. Su Young Yu has just better, in my opinion. That's a recently said. I'm gonna go Su Young Yu. Or Su Young Yu. What the fuck? Su Young Yu. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him. Next, we have Yuran Zati Baldia versus DR Nurgoje. I can't believe I just said that. Like, First try, by the way, first take. I am not picking Nurgoze. That guy got destroyed in his debut compared to Euron, who actually was doing decent. You know, Euron did okay. So I will be going to Euron Salty Baldiev. Obviously, you know, could go either way. But Euron came in his debut at heavyweight against Martin Budai, fighting a ranked heavyweight in your debut who actually does train fighting. He was 7-1 in the heavyweight division. You know, he was pretty good. Yes, he did lose kind of dominantly, but compared to fucking Nurgoze, who got destroyed, had one of the worst debuts in UFC recent history, and Aaron Pico. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Euron Zatibaliev. Obviously, DR Nurgoze could just randomly look good, because that sometimes happens, especially like when they come in on their second fight. You know, there have been some guys who had rough debuts, like Walter Walker. He had a very rough debut, and he proceeded to destroy, he has proceeded to destroy in his next 3 fights. But I will be going Euron Zatibaliev. Anyways, who I'm picking for this card, I'm picking Euron Zatibaliev. I'm picking Zhu Young-Yu. I'm picking Yizha. I have Michelle Pereira against Kaldakis. I have Rong Zhu. I have Loner Kavanaugh. I have Gage Young. I have Nirarji. I have Borjas. I have Pavlovich. I'm going with Aljamain Sterling. And I'm going with Zhang Yang. And I'm kind of nervous that Walker is going to be able to fluke him, because he does have the size advantage and stuff. But, I mean, like, Johnny Walker has had the size advantage over most of his opponents anyway, and he's proceeded to get cleaned. I know Jamin Yang, I don't think really is that crazy good, but he's decent, and he's also so fucking young. He's 25, 26. I do think he'll take a loss in his career. I think he'll actually take a few losses in his career. I don't think Johnny Walker is gonna be the guy. I think the guy to probably beat him will be like a Rackage, will be maybe like what the fuck is his name? Volkan Ozdemir, someone like that. Maybe someone in the top 10, but I don't think these guys top 13, top 12. I think he'll beat them. I think he'll KO him. Actually, wait, Azamat Murzakanov is in the top 12. Ooh. I do think Jamin Yang does beat a Krylov, and he does beat a few of these other guys, and I think he beats Johnny Walker. So yeah, those are my picks for a UFC Fight Night Walker versus Jang. Make sure to comment on my video for the algo, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be seeing ya.